Hello, welcome back to uh, Foundation of Education. We continue with Module 3 of um Philosophy of Education. And today we are talking about critical theory, and which is Lesson 4, Module 3. So in education philosophy, critical theory critiques traditional notions of education, highlighting power dynamics, social justice, and ideology. Critic theory impact on education philosophy emphasizes the need for the critical thinking, social justice, and empowerment, challenging traditional notions of education and promoting a more inclusive, equitable learning environment. So this theory in education philosophy uh, encourages or advocates social justice and empowerment to of or students or trainees, unlike the traditional notion which always want to impose some things or knowledge on the students. So this one helps for a trainee to explore and also to receive justice. As we looked at essentialism, where there is so much emphasis on the respect of authority and also following what the authority is saying. But on this one, it looks at justice, social justice, even when we are implementing education. So the key aspects include critical of dominant ideologies. It examines how education perpetuates dominant ideologies, masking power dynamics. So it criticizes the power that is exhibited by the education authority, including the teacher over the learners. Power relationships. It analyzing how power operates in education, settings affecting students, teachers, and knowledge. So it analyzes also the power that is exhibited on the relationship between the teacher and the students, or the lecturer and the learners. Emancipation, aiming to empower students to recognize and challenge oppressive power and structure. So it also encourages students to be able to express themselves wherever things they are not happy about things. So this is whereby if the students are not happy about the lecturer and the presentation, they are able to advocate, or they are able to give to challenge on that one. Then they also critical pedagogy, encouraging active learning, dialogue, and critical thinking to foster social change. So here is where the trainees and the students work together to foster change. This is where we ask as institutions or learners, as trainers, where we ask, what do you think, how best do you think we can be able uh, uh, to present, or uh, we can be able to improve in our presentation. So that is a critical pedagogy, which encourages the learners to be active and also to participate in shaping the knowledge. Knowledge and curriculum, questioning whose knowledge is valued and how curriculum reflects dominant ideologies. So it also encourages and empowers that and questions the curriculum that are imposed on the trainees. But the curriculum has to be valued, and it has to be able to balance up and they should have the full participation, where who gets the training? It is the learner. Now, what are the core beliefs? These core beliefs underlay critical theory approach to education, emphasizing the need to critically examine power dynamics, promote social justice, and empower students to become active participants in shaping their own learning and society. So, the core beliefs of critical theory in education include education is political. So education is a site of power struggles, reflecting and shaping societal inequality. So education should insist on justice and equality, regardless of the type of training that you are taking. There must be justice and promote justice and equality. Even when you are an engineer, you have to know that there must be justice in the society and in learning. So, training and education is political. So, you have to, it looks at training as the foundation of political environment. It also looks at knowledge is contested. Dominant groups shape knowledge, masking their interest and maintaining power. Like we have got the African Education Act, which was made by the Western, which was properly designed to create a person to be a worker, to create the mindset of being a worker. And that is what most education are, where there is the dominant, they have got a purpose, they want to achieve something. So they will be masking and in the name of education, yet they want to brainwash you so that they maintain in power. So that is so it challenges such kind of education. So the power dynamics shapes learning. Teacher-student relationships, curriculum, and pedagogy reflect and reinforce power dynamics. Inspiration through critical thinking. Critical thinking and dialogue can empower students to recognize and challenge oppressive power structures. So education can be the best in determining the lives and also in shaping the democratic life of our society. Now, beside that, it also challenges the dictatorship and the authorities that want to usurp the powers that are invested in people and also the rights that people have. Social justice is a primary goal. Education should address issues like inequality, discrimination, and marginalization. So these are the issues when you are talking about critical theory. Critical theory focuses and emphasizes that education should address issues of inequality, discrimination, and marginalization. So also it is student-centered learning. Students should be active participants in learning, not passive recipients of knowledge. They should not just be, the knowledge should just not be imposed on them, but they should be active in receiving knowledge, and also they should appreciate and also exchange information and the feelings with trainers. Contextual and cultural relevant. Education should acknowledge the value diverse perspective, experiences, and cultural backgrounds. So the culture has to be respected, and the values of the culture and the values of people has to be respected. The challenge that we have with the education in Africa is that the education has been imposed. That's why you'd find that even the curriculums where children begins to sing London Bridge falling down in Zambia. And also there are a lot of issues that has been imposed where you begin to learn about European history and to learn about like people like David Livingstone, who did nothing for Africa, but he just came and also made Africa to change the way of slavery from slavery into colonialism. But in the curriculum, they bring him as the superstar and as somebody who brought about African freedom from slavery. Yet he, he, uh, he brought more suffering to Africa through colonialism. Colonialism. Uh, then ideology critical education should examine and challenge dominant ideologies shaping knowledge and power dynamics. Praxis. Theory and practice should inform each other, leading to transformative action. So, when we talk about theory, we are talking about the scientific or the science of discovering the social knowledge or the humanity, the school of humanity on how we acquire understanding and the what theories are proved. So there must be transformative action. They should be able to transform and help the learners. And beside that, they should not be imposed and they should not be oppressive. Empowerment through education. Education should empower students to become active agents of social change. Students should be empowered to be able to bring about active change, meaning that they must be even be they should work on becoming better than their trainers. Critical theory influences education philosophy by challenging traditional authority, encouraging student-centered learning, and teacher-student dialogue. While the other theories, they say the water flows from top to down, but in this one it says there must be the dialogue between the trainee and the trainers. So they are all must be able to contribute to the well-being of the learning environment. Fostering critical thinking, developing students' ability to analyze power dynamics and ideologies. So now, who are the key figures? These thinkers, the key figures, or as I always say, the gurus, the people that have propounded this theory. These thinkers have shaped the field of critical theory in education, emphasizing the importance of critical thinking, social justice, and empowerment in learning environment. That's correct. These notable critical theorists have made significant contributions to the field of education. We have also Paulo Freire. I think we have Henry Giloxi, who is an American educator and cultural critical. Is a critical of pedagogy, a critical theory approach, which he developed in 1981. He focuses on critical pedagogy, cultural studies, and social justice. Then we have got Peter McLean. He's who was born in 1948 and is still alive. He's a Canadian educator and critical theorist. Life in School. He wrote a book, Life in School, in 1989, a critical analysis of education, and he advocates for critical pedagogy, social justice, and revolution education. Then we have got bell hooks. Here we have got modern people. This is because this is a modern theory. American author and feminist of critical theorist teaching to transgress. He wrote the book entitled Teaching to Transgress in 1994, an influential work on critical pedagogy. Emphasizes feminist and critical pedagogy, focusing on intersectionality and social justice. I believe you know about feminist. Feminist, it is the theory that promotes women equality, and it also fosters that women have been oppressed for so long, and they have to get on top. Then we have got Antonio Gramsci, an Italian philosopher, a politician. Uh, Although not exclusively an educator, his work influences critical pedagogy. A concept of culture informs critical theories. So these are the people that have shaped the theory when it comes to critical theory. Thank you so much, and God bless you. This is your host, Dr. Tulipo Football. Remember to like the video and also inquire more on our trainings. God bless you. Shalom.